All right, we are moving on to finding the arc length of a function. So given a function, just give me just a basic graph here, and if I wanted to find the length of the curve between x equal 1 and x equal 3, I want to find how long that is. This is the formula. This is what the integral is, and I'll develop the reasons why that is in class to go through the definition or the theorem. Let's just apply it. Okay, so first I need to identify what the derivative of the function is, then I'll square it, then I'll put it inside the radical. So let's go find f prime of x. So the derivative of this will be 2x minus 1/8 times 1 over x. Okay, so I have to square that. So f prime of x quantity squared will be 2x minus 1 over 8x all squared. So multiplying that out, I get 4x squared minus 2 times 2x times 1 over 8x, and then plus 1 over 64x squared. So 4x squared, so this, oops, not equal, minus, I'll have 4, the x's will cancel, and I'll have a 4 and a 2, so I'll have a minus a 1/2 left on that inside term, or that middle term. 64, 1 over x squared. Okay, so this all goes inside the radical, inside the integral. So 4x squared minus 1/2 plus 1 over 64x squared dx. You'll always be given the limits of integration, so from 1 to 3. All right, looking at this integral, I can see something's got to happen inside here. So I notice that the 1 and the 1/2 can join together. And I'm just going to rewrite them so that the highest powered term is first, the highest powered exponent. Then I have a positive 1/2, and then I have a positive 1 over 64x squared dx. So the x squared in the denominator from 1 to 3. All right, so because I see 3 terms in underneath the radical, I'm going to consider, is it possible that I've got something added or subtracted that would multiply out to get me this? So I'm going to investigate. So what would I need to multiply to get 4x squared? 2x. And what would I need to multiply or square to get 1 over 64x squared? 1 over 8x. So if I multiply these two things together and multiply times 2, don't I get that? I do. Remember, what I'm thinking of is if I have a plus b squared, that's a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So that's what I'm thinking of this 2. All right, so this radical and the square cancel each other out. So I just get this that I get to integrate. So then just taking the antiderivative, so I get x squared, the 2's cancel, and then plus 1/8, remember the 1/8 comes off to the side, and then times the integral of ln 1 over x, which is ln of x, between 1 and 3. So substitute in the 3, I get 9 plus 1/8 ln of 3. Subtract off, evaluating at 1, and ln of 1 I know is 0. So I get 8 plus 1/8 ln of 3. The arc length, like volume, will always turn out to be a positive quantity.